I've been waiting to film this video for so long, and it's finally here. Hi guys, I'm Krista Faith, and I've gotten so many DMs and so many questions, so many text messages. How did I get into all the UCs that I applied to? So basically, I'm here to be your guide. I have figured out how I did it. I know all the tips and tricks to help you guys, and I'm actually showing you my UC application. It's right here. So let's get into it. A little disclaimer before we get started. This video is no means in me bragging about all the schools I got into. I really just wanted to make this video to help you guys out because of all the questions and emails and texts that I've gotten, and maybe this will even reach other kids that want to know as well. Because just like you last year, I was stressing out watching so many YouTube videos, so I hope this one helps. Okay, so here is my UC application, and I'm basically looking at it on my screen while it's here for you guys. So you're just gonna give your name, where you were born, your birthday, your address, all that basic stuff, your ethnicity, your background. Then it will ask you to pick the colleges that you want. Therefore, I did UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UCLA, UC Merced, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, and then it wants you to pick a major. So now we're moving on to academic history. So it's going to ask for your high school. Then it's going to show you your 9th through 12th grades, and you're going to have to plug it in, and you'll just put your class, what grade you got, first semester and second semester. From there, it's going to ask you test scores, so you can put your ACT or you can put your SAT. Did I put my test scores? And the answer is no. I did not take an SAT or an ACT. So now we're moving on to activities and awards. This is one of the most important parts of the UC application, other than the prompts, of course. But I mainly want to show you guys because this is so important. So basically, what it looks like is that you have a lot of options to pick. So the first one, I put an extracurricular activity. Then you're going to put the activity name. For instance, mine was USB president. From there, you're going to put an activity of the description of what you've been doing. And then you put the grade that you participated in and the time commitment. So how many hours per week and how many weeks per year that it will ask you. I highly recommend, after watching this video, that you pull out Google Docs and you title it Activities and Awards, and you start filling out everything how it is on the UC application, because it will save you so much time. Here is a couple of more examples of my extracurricular activities. So now it's going to ask you scholarships and programs. Basically, you're just going to click on things that are interesting to you. It's not that difficult. From here, support programs, it'll ask you if you want to be EOP. You can put yes, and then it can ask or no. And then if yes, then you can ask why. Why do you want to join EOP? Now we're moving on to the most important part of the UC application process, and this is the personal insight questions. So basically, the UC application system has 8 personal insight questions. You will pick 4 insight questions. So if you don't know what those are, these are the 8 personal insight questions, and the 4 that I picked are right here.
Now I'm going to be going over all my 4 personal insight questions. Starting off with prompt number 1, I'm showing you in bullet points what I talked about per question to give you a broad idea of how I answered this question. One thing to take away here is that I explain how being public relations for my high school was the most important leadership role, especially during online learning. For prompt number 2, the question was describe how you have taken advantage of a significant educational opportunity or worked to overcome an educational barrier you have faced. For this question, I talked how I was a part of the UCSF Fresno Medical School program called the Doctor's Academy, a 4-year AVID course for future doctors connected with my high school. For prompt number 3, it was describe the most significant challenge you have faced and the steps you have taken to overcome this challenge. How has this challenge affected your academic achievement? I was more personal with this question. I explained my struggles and how I overcame them. For prompt number 4, which was my last question, it was think about an academic subject that inspires you. Describe how you have furthered this interest inside and or outside the classroom. I started this off with a motivational speaker quote. I then explained how AP Psychology was a course that inspired and connected with my life experiences.
So lastly, they're going to verify some information. Make sure you have fulfilled all your A and G requirements. You press yes, 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 and then you click off a couple check boxes and you press submit, and your colleges have your UC application. So that's pretty much it. I really hope this video helps you guys. And in case you guys didn't know, I didn't end up going to a UC. I did pick the school that's back there. I'm going to Cornell University, and that's one of the main reasons why I showed you guys my application, because I wasn't going to a UC in the first place. If you guys want to have another video on how I got into an Ivy League, I can totally do that. Just leave it down below in the comments. Lastly, I want to mention how I have an Amazon storefront. I have one down here. I just made it for everything you will need in high school. These are some of the stuff that I used my senior year, and they're linked down below if you guys want to check that out. You guys subscribe if you want to follow me on my journey. I'm from California and I will be moving to New York, so I plan on making more videos, so hopefully you guys can continue watching me and on my journey. Thank you so much for watching.